Hi guys, how's it going? And long time no see. We are back on the channel to attempt to do some more shooting and gun videos. So we'll just have to hold our breath and see how long it takes before YouTube wants to remove the upcoming content. But today we're going to be taking and coming back to look at the Cascade SR-80 Scout Rifle. Because I took and carried and used this past hunting season with great success. 2 of the 3 hunts that I carried it on bagged a deer. The 3rd hunt was the final day of hunting season, and the only reason we didn't walk out with a deer that night was I was in a very heavily wooded area and the deer didn't come out till really late in the evening. And since I was using the iron sights on this bad boy, I couldn't confidently take a shot and was also not in the mood to track a deer for God knows how long. But been carrying this thing with me through the woods, wet conditions, you know, having it strapped to the front of the four-wheeler, taking beats and hits and stuff from branches and brambles and briars. And this thing right here is in immaculate shape. There's still hardly no scratches on it. I am still running it dirty. I have put, I'd say a bit over 100 rounds in it, which is really just getting a rifle like this started. But I've kept it dirty other than just putting a few drops of oil on the bolt. And as you can see, this thing right here, a 2-year-old could operate this slide no problem. And even though this isn't meant to be really a detailed breakdown, it's just kind of meant to be a user review after having this thing for probably 6+ months now and actually carrying it and using it and shooting it. This thing has a Bagura barrel on it. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. The Williams rear peep sight, adjustable front sights, which actually that is one thing to touch on. The peep sights on this fell off after the first round of target practice. Which it shouldn't have, but I contacted Cascade and they sent me a replacement, no problem. After the second round of making sure I'd put it on where I wanted it, it got loose again. So that is something to keep in mind. You'll want to make sure that you keep an eye on that rear sight, keep it nice and tight. Or if you're like me and you know you got it where you want it and you want it to stay, just put a bit of Loctite on there and then you ain't got to worry about it no more. But I feel like most people that get this are going to run it with some type of optic, or either it's a red dot or forward mounted scope. Then you have the much needed muzzle brake there on the front, because where this is a 308, if I forgot to mention that, it's chambered in 308. And where the short barrel, decently powerful round, having that on there really does increase the enjoyability of shooting this. You've got the 2 to 4 pound adjustable trigger, which has an amazing trigger pull to it. And even though there's other little bits and pieces to mention about this, that is the key details that I just wanted to touch on this. Then real quick, I did want to give a thanks because Cascade did send me this rifle for field testing and review. So I'm going to continue to carry this because I got to say it was a no strings attached deal. They just wanted some honest feedback and stuff. So I genuinely really love this rifle, and it just is perfect for a lot of the stuff that I do and the terrain that I'm in. Really, cutting through thick brush and stuff. It's really nice to have a compact rifle that you can do that with and you don't really got to worry about. Then I'd also really like to thank Bulk Munitions, because they sent me a good bit of 308 ammo, which I had been using in this rifle to test it out, and what we will also be shooting today. And thanks to Crot's Gun Shop for handling the weapon transfer for me. Okay, so I have got 3 balloons down there. Took the rangefinder. They're just at 100 yards. That orange one's maybe like 101 yards, even though they look kind of parallel right here. Blew them up to about the size of a head, and then they're facing with the top of the balloon towards us, so might be slightly smaller. Then always make sure you have an IFAK with you. I have not took any warm-up shots whatsoever. Actually not fired this thing probably in 2 weeks. And for everybody that's interested in the real accuracy test of this, I have a rifle shooting rest on the way. It was supposed to be here by now, but I think it's got caught up in like a backlog or some shipping issues, and I needed to try to get these recorded today, so unfortunately wasn't able to do that in this, but gives us another excuse to shoot this thing some more in the near future. Okay, so let's start with the white one. Let's go for the orange one a little bit further. No problem. Now let's start with, or the final one, the blue one. For sure. So, 100 yards, that size target, no problem. Okay, so we got 3 more set up. Let's take and try that again. Now that we kind of have a better idea where to hold. We just kind of had a little bit of bad luck with our blue one. No problem. Let's go with the white one. Orange one. It's always the last one that wants to give you a little issue, you know? So, things very, very effective at 100 yards. And those shots was fairly quick, back to back. Not a big transition there, but it's just a really solid rifle. So there you go, guys. So after having this rifle, again, for probably at least 6 months, going through a hunting season, and a good bit of target shooting with it. Then here what we did today, 100 yards with iron sights. I mean, you can really take and start pushing out really far with iron sights. Here where I'm at, especially with the vegetation that's growed up, the furthest I could really probably push back right now with a good line of sight would be about 125 to 150, but it's pretty much the same. Engaging a head size target that quickly and that easily with just iron sights, I think kind of speaks for how solid this rifle is. And this video might have been a quick one. Again, YouTube's been taking down shooting content for just a myriad of reasons, from things they added their terms of service, and then in some cases just seems to be because they want to. But before it gets dark, I recently, as in of yesterday, received this Mossberg Shockwave that I bought, and I've not shot it yet. So I'm going to be doing a video of the first shots and my initial thoughts of this. So this video should be dropping right after this one. That's going to do it for this one, guys. So as always, really appreciate taking time to watch the video. Make sure to thumbs up button, subscribe if you have not already. Share the channel videos with your friends, family, anybody that enjoys good old shooting activities and gear, because I'm also going to be doing some just dedicated gear videos to kind of try to help boost the channel a bit. Hit me up in the comment sections with any thoughts or questions you have of the Cascade SR-80 Scout Rifle. I'll be happy to answer what I can, especially if you have any other questions about my personal experience with it. And I will still am considering, you know, trying out putting an optic on this. I appreciate everybody's recommendations from the last video that we did. But until the next one, guys, adios.